again! Mommy! No! Get away from her! Corvo! Mommy! Get away! Corvo, it's all coming apart.
Dishonored smartly lets you make decisions in the game about how you choose to dispose of your targets, whether or not it's lethal or non-lethal. These choices ripple through the rest of the game and have an effect on the way the endgame is portrayed. However, let's not worry about the future, but instead focus on the past. What are these people's crimes, and what sentence do they deserve? High Overseer Campbell is our first target and a member of the Abbey of Everyman, which is a priesthood in the world that holds 7 strictures very closely and is a guiding morality from them as people. But Thaddeus is seen being a very decadent man and against his own vows by breaking them regularly, or so the heart says. But is that proof? We know, and strongly suspect him to be a conspirator and hold that against him, but what can be proven? His own personal journal claims that he has killed courtesans who try to blackmail him. He has personally committed and confessed to murder multiple times, thus he is the most deserving of a death sentence, if we are to follow the principles of an eye for an eye. The Pendleton twins are the owners of a slave labor silver mine underneath the city. They are regularly quoted as having the mines work people to death. Custis is shown to be the smarter of the two and makes remarks that had Corvo eject him from a state dinner in the past. Morgan is shown to be a little on the sadistic side and makes perverse requests at the Golden Cat, so we know that they are terrible business owners with little regard to other people's well-beings, though they are also very perverse and assume sadistic. But in my research, I have not found anything proving that they have taken a life. Thus, they deserve the non-lethal option, being tongueless and bald, working the rest of their days in a silver mine.
So I'm gonna shave their heads and cut out their tongues and put them in one of their own stinking mines. Then they're gonna see life from a different angle.
Waverly Boyle is the lover of the Lord Regent and a financial backer of his. She has not killed anyone. She doesn't even seem to be evil or mean, but definitely smart. The Loyalists want her dead so they can get rid of the purse and hurt the Regent personally, but she does not deserve to die. The non-lethal option is somewhat better, but we are subjecting a woman to being kidnapped and transferred to a distant land, though it seems unjust.
You will understand. You'll never know how happy you've made me. Someday she'll learn to appreciate me. After all, she'll have her whole life.
Lord Regent Burroughs was the previous spy master who had concocted the plan to bring the rat plague into Dunwall, thus being responsible for killing a great percentage of the population. In fear of being found out, he had the Empress assassinated and assumed her role as the Emperor. He is an evil man who deserves to die. However, truly trying to find the greater good, this man should not die by our hands. Society deserves catharsis for this, and thus he should be found out and dealt with by being put in prison.
Bring the disease-bearing rats from the Pandician continent and let them take care of the poor for us. The plan worked perfectly.
If there is anyone on the list who is more deserving of death from Corvo, specifically it is Dowd. Dowd is an assassin who has killed multiple people to the extent of receiving the nickname the Knife of Dunwall. Dowd is also confirmed to be the person to deal the killing blow to the Empress. To Corvo, Dowd should die, and by his hand is the most befitting death that Dowd should have. Someone from a similar past, who is also blessed by the Outsider, to end his story. For the Loyalists, however, you can see the root of everything that just happened to those who happened before them. The Loyalists get to witness their own undoing without even knowing it. The life of usurpers. So they make a power move and try to take the throne by repetition, throwing you under the gun just as your predecessors did. But these people have, of their own volition, eat themselves. You only have the option to kill one man, Havelock, who disposed of the other two. He is completely undone by the end of the game. He is a violin string wound tight. It's time to cut him off. But of course, this isn't as simple as it should be. Exploring the depths of all these choices defines who Corvo is to the player. Would the Royal Protector be somebody driven by rage, by justice, or by the law? There's far too much nuance in this world. We must make that choice and help shape the world around us.